Are you thinking about retiring or relocating to Beaufort, South Carolina? If so, and you've watched some of my previous videos, I've got something a little bit different today. I'm going to take you on a map tour of the Beaufort area, highlighting various desirable communities and landmarks, so you can better get a feel for the lay of the land. Hi, I'm Sue LeFavi with eXp Realty, and if you have any questions along the way, just call, text, or email me. Okay, I'm switching over to my map. Okay, let's get started. Right here is downtown Beaufort, and the heartbeat is the Waterfront Park, which hosts festivals just about every month. It has lots of little shops and restaurants that you can enjoy on the water as well. And just north of that is The Point. This is probably the most expensive real estate in Beaufort, home to so many gorgeous antebellum mansions that several of them were actually used as hospitals during the Civil War days. They've also filmed some popular movies here, like The Big Chill and The Great Santini. But just a gorgeous neighborhood to walk, just to stroll through. And we go just north of there to Pigeon Point, another very desirable area, mainly because there's no HOA here either, and they do allow Airbnb short-term rentals. So it's very popular for investment properties, as well as it's got some gorgeous real estate right on the water. And home prices, you're going to have everything from $350,000 bungalow cottages to multi-million-dollar homes on the water. But the residents in here really enjoy the wide open community park, as well as the boat launch that you can, launch your boat off, kayak, or just do some crabbing. Just a very nice, desirable area, still within walking or biking distance to the downtown waterfront. And we're going to head a little bit southwest. Right, this area right here, there's a lot of commercial businesses, your major grocery store chains like Food Lion and Publix, which is probably the top grocer. And then you've got some local coffee shops, gyms. This is where I go, Foundry and the Omni. So we're going to continue down a bit to Battery Point. Battery Point is probably the most desirable and reasonably priced neighborhood close to downtown. Homes in here start in the low 400s and go up over multi-million dollars for waterfront homes. Very nice established neighborhood. They also have a community boat launch and dock and a community swimming pool. HOA is pretty reasonable. I think it's about $1,500 a year, but the amenities are very nice. Heading just a little bit south, we've got the gorgeous community of Islands of Beaufort. This is one of the few gated communities in Beaufort. Still 6-7 minute ride to downtown, but it's known for its larger lot sizes, typically 0.4, 0.5 acres. The homes in here are going to be a little more expensive, starting probably about $800,000 and go up. They've got a couple community docks and a clubhouse and pool. Now let's head all the way west to the master plan community of Habersham. This again is just a gorgeous community full of majestic oaks and mature landscaping. And the focal point is the marketplace that's home to several little cute shops and restaurants that the residents enjoy. Just golf carting too. There's probably about 1,200 homes in here right now, a little bit of new construction still going on. But for an HOA of about $1,600 a year, the amenities are incredible. They've got a very nice clubhouse and racquetball center, a community pool that looks over the marsh, its own day dock and boat launch, and a little crab shack area where neighbors get together for outdoor activities. So just super popular neighborhood, and one of the most expensive, I will say at that. This one's going to be a little bit further to downtown, maybe 16 minutes or so, but still not bad. You'll notice everything is going to kind of be in a full circle, with the center of Beaufort being the focal point. Now we're going to head down to Port Royal. Port Royal is definitely up and coming, and real estate continues to increase in value here. It is right on the Port Royal Sound, which is the deepest sound between Miami Beach and Maine. So during COVID, we had a few cute cruise ships that actually parked right here because they had nowhere else to go and it was plenty deep enough. But there is a lot of new development going on the waterfront here that's going to continue to appreciate the value of the homes in here. And this is similar to Pigeon Point, where there's no HOA and Airbnbs are allowed, so you've got little cottages to $1 million homes on the marsh. And one of the highlights is Sands Beach, which is a little, I call it the little redneck Riviera beach. You can actually drive on and park, but there's so many potholes. Only if you have a pickup truck would I recommend it. And you can bring your dog, so it's a fun day at the water. They also have a half-mile boardwalk and lookout tower, as well as a deep water boat launch. So very nice area. Now we're gonna head over to where I live onto Ladies Island. We're gonna come back over downtown over the Beaufort River Bridge. And right here at the major intersection, this is where another commercial area is. We have a brand new, gorgeous, and ginormous Harris Teeter grocery store. Right across the street, giving it some competition, is Publix. We've got my favorite old-timey meats here, a little local meat market, and Greco's Home Goods and Hardware. So this is kind of my hub for shopping right here. And as you go up Sam's Point Road a bit, you come to a popular community, Royal Pines. People like this because the price points are very reasonable. Homes start in the upper 300s. They're on larger lot sizes. There's an optional HOA for $85 a year. Nobody seems to quite know what that's for. It does have a public golf course with a clubhouse that the neighborhood can take advantage of. And now we're gonna head a little bit more north to Coosaw Point. Coosaw Point is probably one of my favorite master plan communities. The homes are typically on half acre. They've got a gorgeous clubhouse and pool overlooking the Coosaw River, and they also have a boat launch and a community dock as well. This price point, they start at about low 600s and go up from there. But again, just a gorgeous neighborhood with mature, majestic oaks. Heading a little west, Walling Grove. Love Walling Grove as well. HOA is only $500 a year because they just have a community boat launch, and that's pretty much it. But lot sizes are typically a half acre, and you've got a variety of home styles in here. Very nice and desirable community. And almost right next door to that, we've got Pleasant Point. Similar to Royal Pines, they have a public golf course, but you don't pay for it as part of your HOA. The HOA is only about $1,200 a year. They've got a nice pool, clubhouse, and racquetball courts. And the homes in here are reasonably priced, starting at approximately low 400s and go up to over $1 million with homes on the water. So very nice, very popular. I have a few clients that live in here. Very active community where they do things together all the time, just like I'd say the same with Coosaw Point. My clients that live in there are very active with different events throughout the year. Okay, I want to show you a side note. Right over here, this is where I live, right here. That's my house. I live right on the Coosaw River, but just a fun fact I wanted to share. You might have heard on the national news this past week, 43 monkeys have escaped from Yemassee. And these monkeys actually come from a 30-minute boat ride from my house is this deserted island except for monkeys called Morgan Island, aka Monkey Island. There's about 4,000 monkeys here that I thought were just retired here from research back in the 70s, but now I'm learning I think they're taking the monkeys off Morgan Island and bringing them over to this testing facility over here in Yemassee, which is definitely not sitting well with me, and supposedly somebody left the door open and 43 of these guys got out and are running loose, and I really hope they don't catch them. Okay, getting back on track. One island I wanted to show, well, two more I forgot. We are going to go down to Cat Island, which is just off Ladies Island. Another very nice community. It's got a private club called the Cat Island Club. You can opt to join in or not. They have different levels of membership, social membership with the pool and the restaurant and racquetball. And they also have a golf course that you can add on to your membership. But the residents, you don't have to pay if you don't want to participate. Very nice neighborhood. Prices range from $400 up to $1 million plus homes that are on the water or the marsh. And now I want to point out Dataw Island over here. This is actually off of St. Helena Island. It's an island in itself, which is a private gated community, very golf centric. They've got 2 golf courses. The amenities are incredible. The clubhouse, the pool, the racquetball, it's just top notch. The fees are very expensive in here, so if you're not a golfer, it is a little hard to justify. But the homes they are older. Many have been renovated. Most of them are single story, which does appeal to a lot of folks. And a lot of community events go on in here. My husband and I started a wine club in there a few years ago, even though we don't live there, and it's been very fun. The people that we've met throughout the years have been just really fun, active people. So if you're a golfer, this might be for you. And then I just want to point out, if you head all the way down Sea Island Parkway on Highway 21, completely east, you're going to run into Harbor Island, which is a private gated community, pretty much second homes for people, investment properties. They do allow short-term rentals here as well. And then you're going to hit Hunting Island, which is a very, very nice state park. It has 5 miles of white sandy beaches, and one end of it actually has camping sites that you can reserve. So very nice, rather on the rustic side, but very nice, and they do allow dogs. And if you dead end all the way at the end, you're going to hit Fripp Island, which is a much larger gated oceanfront community. And again, it's similar to Harbor, with only about 20% of the residents being primary residents there. They do a lot of short-term rentals as well. So that concludes my map tour.
I hope this video is helpful in navigating your way around the Beaufort area. Again, if you have any questions about real estate in Beaufort or the surrounding Lowcountry, please reach out anytime. Thanks.